Morning tubers, is Crypto Big Boss coming to you again on the 15th of October 2021. And for those of you who have been with me for a while, you know that this channel has been up and running since 2018, and we took a brief break and came back hitting on all cylinders. But way back yonder in early 2019, we were talking about the 5 reasons why Bitcoin would ultimately reach $100,000. And here we are about 3 years later, okay? And I just want to read this headline to you. Bitcoin briefly tops 60,000 ahead of expected BTC futures ETF approval. One of those 5 things that I said would push Bitcoin to $100,000 was the introduction of ETNs and ETFs. I said that way back in 2019. So let's go ahead and take a look at this article and see what we can glean from it. It says the price of Bitcoin briefly surpassed $60,000 on Friday morning, following reports that a Bitcoin futures ETF would be approved. Folks, I had a countdown going way back in 2019 on an ETF approval, and it just never happened. The SEC was kicking the can down the road. So I just can't believe that it's finally going to happen. We'll see. Okay, it says the world's leading cryptocurrency has been on a tear since the start of October and is now eyeing new heights as the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission is reportedly set to approve the first Bitcoin exchange-traded fund. Folks, I'll believe it when I see it. I've been waiting for 3 years, okay? According to Bloomberg report late on Thursday, which cites sources familiar with the matter, the SEC isn't likely to oppose the launch of a Bitcoin futures ETF. The current filings in question include applications such as ProShares and Investco, respectively. Bitcoin pops on expectation of BTC futures ETF approved by SEC. Yeah. The price of Bitcoin jumped from 57,300 to 60,000 early Friday morning, shortly after the news broke, according to CoinGecko. The last time Bitcoin traded above 60,000 was, like I said, 60,000 was on April 18th of this year, right? Despite correcting to 59,278 by press time, Bitcoin is still up 9% over the last week, remaining the best performing asset among the 5 largest cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin futures ETF preferred. Due to SEC Chair Gary Gensler's previous statements in which he hinted that he'd be more inclined to see an ETF tied to Bitcoin futures rather than the one tied to the actual asset, the former are currently seen as the most viable way to launch a regulated crypto investment vehicle. Some high-profile figures within the industry, however, are now as enthusiastic about the prospect of Bitcoin future ETFs. People don't want Bitcoin futures exposure. They want physical Bitcoin exposure. Bloomberg ETF research analyst James Seifert told Decrypt in August. So, I guess the wait is over. It's not really saying when. I mean, we could go over to the SEC site and actually look. If anyone's interested in that, please drop a comment in the comment section and we will go through the drill. We've done this before. We've gone and seen the ETF filings with the SEC. So if anybody's interested in that process, please drop a request, throw up a like, drop that in the comment section. So what will this mean? Well, when you start talking about ETFs, you're talking about institutional investors having a real vehicle to put large sums of money into the crypto space. And of course, if we ever get one that gets through the SEC, even though we were late to the game, we've already got ETFs in Canada. It doesn't matter. the fact that we're getting in the game, the fact that the Security and Exchange Commission is finally about to do something, I'll believe it when I see it. It could mean big, explosive changes in the price of Bitcoin. And we're talking about large sums of money. I wouldn't be surprised if $500 billion rolls into Bitcoin just like that within a month. And the reason is because an exchange traded fund vehicle would allow larger sums of money to be spent on BTC. So we'll just have to wait. We'll just have to see. This is great news, but I'll believe it when I see it. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Throw up the likes, throw up the shares, and if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Please get your friends subscribed. This information is timely, and hopefully it helps put a little bit of money in your pocket. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll catch you on the next one.